What is up, YouTube? California Prepper. Today we are going to be talking about one of Kershaw's most underrated and overlooked models, in my opinion. If you've watched my videos past, you may have already heard about this video coming, but I've wanted to make this video for a long time now. I feel this knife just really hasn't got the due that it's deserved. It's a great knife. It's overlooked all the time. I've never seen it on anybody's top 5, anybody's favorites, anybody's most carried. And I do think it's a great knife for the money. And I want to let people know, you know, if you have a chance to get this knife, jump on it. Don't second guess it. It's a great knife. Just because it isn't ranted and raved about here on YouTube doesn't mean it's not a great knife, and I'm going to tell you exactly why in this review. So let's go ahead and move this and reveal the knife I'm talking about. Woo! There she is, the Kershaw Model 3880 Thermite, Rick Hinderer design. So it's another collaboration after the Cryo. Cryo did so well, they had to jump on it again. And in my opinion, he hit it out of the ballpark once again with this model. Although it wasn't, again, ranted and raved about in the magazines and online as much as the Cryo model was, I think this knife overall is better. For the money, for the price you're paying, I overall like this model more than I do the Cryo. Now don't get me wrong, I love my Cryo. Now the Cryo for me is a little bit small. I consider my Cryo is the Cryo 2, which came out I think about a year after the original Cryo, about a year and a half or so. The Cryo did so well, everybody wanted a bigger model, so they came out with the Cryo 2. Love this knife. Don't carry it very much, but it's a great knife. Overall, it's a great knife. But I like this knife more. And in my next video, I'll explain exactly why I like the Thermite over the Cryo, or Cryo 2. And yeah, that'll be a very fun video to do. So we're going to do a head-to-head of these two knives coming up shortly. But this video is talking about this bad boy. Beautiful knife. As I said, Rick Hinderer design. Another great collaboration. You have that awesome Kershaw patented speed safe assist. Just flings that blade right out. Look at that blade. That stonewash is gorgeous. Kershaw sure knows what they're doing when it comes to stonewashing, especially on these budget blades. I mean, this is a beautiful, beautiful stonewash for the price you're paying. I've seen these knives go for as cheap as $17.99 on some sites. Not sure if that was just holiday sales or what, but when I was looking around for a knife for myself for the holidays, I've seen these going for about 17 bucks. Some sites have them for about $19.99 right now. Knife Center has them up for $24.99, which is still a steal. Try and say that 1,000 times, or 1,000 times, 5 times fast. It's just a great knife, and I don't think that it gets the credit it's deserved. I mean, it's super cheap. As you can tell by the price, people aren't flocking to get this knife, and I just don't see why. When I first got it, there were some things that, you know, I wasn't quite sure about, but after carrying the knife, it's really one of those knives you have to carry to grow to love. It's an awesome, awesome work knife. Whew, almost took off some finger meat there. This thing is razor sharp, and just playing with it, not paying attention. That's what she said. I'm horrible. I almost lost a chunko finger. So let's talk about some specs, shall we? We have a 3.5-inch stone washed blade, which comes with Rick's signature Spanto tip. So we have a hollow ground blade with a full ground tip, hence Spanto, which is a spear point Tanto, I believe, or something like that. Super strong tip, supposedly. As you can see there, very thick when it comes down to the tip, and supposedly a very strong tip. I haven't tried prying anything with this knife, and I don't think I'm gonna, but if I had to, I'm pretty sure it could stand up to it. Over here we have, on the handle, we have, how long is this handle? 4 7/8 inches. Why wouldn't you just make it a whole 5 inches? So about a 5-inch handle. It is, on the front we have a machined G10 scale with a stainless liner. We have a gorgeous back spacer. Love that back spacer. And then over here we have a 410 stainless frame lock side, again with Rick's signature lock bar stabilizer. We have a 4-way, in my opinion, a great deep carry pocket clip. I've seen some other knives, not going to mention any names, with deep carry pocket clips, and I mean, they're like right here. So this to me is a great deep carry pocket clip. Again, 4-way position, so you can adjust it whatever way you'd like. You have a flipper with dual thumb studs. Love that about a knife. I absolutely love having a flipper and thumb stud option on a knife. If I ever get into making knives, which I would love to, hopefully this new place that I'm going to be moving in the next few months, it has a big garage, a shop, and hopefully I'll be able to start making some knives on my own. But the designs that I've drawn up and sketched up, they all have the flipper and thumb studs, because I love being able to sit there and play with it both ways. Best of both worlds in my opinion. Doesn't necessarily have to be assisted. I prefer manual knives over assisted, but this knife, it's not too much. It's really not. I have some assisted knives that are just way too snappy. For instance, the Blur. The Blur, you snap that thing out, it kind of just wants to fling out of your hand. This isn't too much. You can sit here and actually play with this knife, and it's not too snappy. Let's see, what else should we talk about? The one thing that I was worried about when I got this knife was, I don't know if you guys can see it, but this frame lock side is rather thin. And when you pick up the knife, you'll feel it. When you go to, you know, close the knife, you really feel it, and it feels sort of flimsy at first. But after carrying the knife, I can vouch for it. This lock is not flimsy. The lock bar stabilizer does its job, so it's not gonna get pushed over too far. You're not gonna over travel it, I guess. Lockup is beautiful, I think, and I've used this knife quite a bit for some heavy duty work in the warehouse, and overall it's held up great. No complaints. Let's see, what else can we talk about here about this knife? Just overall a beautiful, beautiful knife. 4.9 ounces. Again, it's super light, super thin. You can put it in a pocket and almost forget it's there. A little bit more of Rick's signature, something that the cryo's missing. Blurting out something about the next video, and that is that lanyard loop. Anybody that's seen the XM or any of Rick's designs, his customs, they all have, well, most of them, I don't want to say all because I haven't seen all his designs, but the ones that I've seen all have that lanyard loop, I guess you can call it. Beautiful knife. Very underrated, very overlooked, not talked about enough. And damn it, I'm going to set it straight because I love this knife. I really, really do. As you can see, I've just been sitting here flipping it for the last, what, 9 minutes? Ranting and raving about how great this knife is, especially for the price. I mean, this is a great budget knife. You can buy 4 of these for $100 and you will be set for the rest of your freaking life. Are you kidding me? I mean, you would never have to buy another folder. I believe in that this much. Plus, they're backed by Kershaw's customer service, which is freaking amazing, especially after dealing with horrible customer service recently. Kershaw looks like the shining star, the white mushroom, the saving prince. Big shout out to Kershaw's customer service for being so awesome, and big shout out to them for making this knife and putting it out so cheap. I mean, they're lost definitely, because this is a great knife for the money. So if anybody's watching this and has thought about getting this knife and hasn't, jump on it. It's a great knife. You will be very, very happy with the purchase, and I guarantee you will be saying the same things that I am. Very overlooked, very underrated in my opinion. So that's going to do it, guys. I hope you liked the video. If there's anything I missed, please leave it down in the comments. I'd be sure to answer the questions for you. And I hope you like it. Cali P, I'm out of here.